Ask 3 web designers what a business website costs, and you may well get 3 different answers. Frustrating? Yes, a bit. The usual response is, it depends. True, but not terribly useful. So here are some sensible UK ballparks. In 2026, a website builder might cost between £10 and £50 a month, plus your time. A straightforward professional website will often sit around £1,500 to £4,000. A more bespoke, lead-generating site is commonly £4,000 to £10,000. E-commerce, bookings, memberships and system integrations tend to start higher because there is simply more going on behind the scenes. The ranges overlap. Websites are awkward like that. But by the end of this video, you will know what changes between them and which level your business may actually need. A website is not a standard product sitting on a shelf. 2 sites might each have 8 pages, some news and a contact form. One uses a proven design framework and finished content supplied by the client. The other begins with workshops, new copy, bespoke design, photography, search planning, and CRM integration. Same page count, very different job. The price is shaped by the original thinking required, the work the agency takes responsibility for, and what the finished site needs to do. Page count matters, but it is rarely the best starting point. Start with the job. Let us begin with the lower end of professional website pricing, roughly £1,500 to £4,000. This is usually a focused brochure-style site. Its job is to explain the business, build confidence, and make it easy for someone to inquire. You might receive 5 to 8 core pages, a mobile-friendly build, content management, an inquiry form, analytics, and sound technical foundations for search. The design may use an established theme or proven framework rather than starting from a blank canvas. You will probably supply much of the finished copy and photography too. There is nothing wrong with that. If the offer is clear, the requirements are simple, and the material is ready, it can be exactly right. The trade-off is scope. Expect less research, fewer design routes, and limited help shaping the message. Advanced forms, large migrations and integrations will normally sit outside the quote. You are paying for a professional website with a well-defined job. Not every business needs more. The next level, often somewhere around £4,000 to £10,000, is where the website becomes a more active marketing tool. This suits an established business that needs better inquiries, several service journeys, or a website that finally reflects the company properly. More of the budget goes into decisions made before development. Who are the priority audiences? What are they searching for? Which doubts stop them getting in touch? What evidence will make the business credible? The agency may plan the structure, map user journeys, research search demand, and help develop the wording. It might arrange photography, create case studies, and design a distinctive visual system rather than adapting a theme. The build is usually more flexible too. Reusable components help the site grow, forms route inquiries properly, analytics measure useful actions, and the website can connect with email or CRM systems. Much of that work is almost invisible in a screenshot. That is rather the point. A well-planned website should feel obvious and easy, even when a lot of thought was needed to make it that way. This is not about bells and whistles. It is about making the site clearer, more persuasive, and more useful. Prices start moving again when the website needs to perform transactions or talk to other systems. An e-commerce website, for example, is not simply a brochure site with a basket added to the corner. There may be product variations, trade pricing, delivery rules, stock control, customer accounts, subscriptions, and connections with accounting or warehouse software. Bookings, memberships, property searches, and secure customer areas bring their own rules and exceptions too. And testing, plenty of testing. A sensible starting ballpark is often around £6,000. An established online shop or a site with several bespoke integrations can move beyond 10,000, depending on the complexity. Product count is not always decisive. 30 products with unusual pricing and fulfillment rules can take more work than 500 simple products imported from a clean spreadsheet. This is where quotes can look wildly different. One agency may be pricing a customized Shopify or WooCommerce theme. Another may include bespoke journeys, data migration, system integration, and testing every checkout scenario. Neither is automatically right or wrong. It needs to match the business you have now and the one you expect to have in a few years. One of the biggest variables is content. If you provide final copy, organized images, and accurate product information, the agency can focus on design and development. If the information is scattered across an old site, 3 brochures, a folder of mysterious images, and the heads of several busy directors, there is more work to do, usually quite a bit more. Support might include interviews, copywriting, photography, video, case studies, and deciding what belongs on each page. That is not padding. The content is the website. Design helps people absorb it, but the message, evidence, and useful answers persuade them to act. Check who produces the finished material. Otherwise, you may accept the lower quote and later discover that half the project is sitting on your desk. Then we reach the slightly dull work that becomes very important when it has been missed. Basic SEO should include crawlable pages, sensible headings, page titles, mobile performance, and analytics. A fuller project may add keyword research, page targeting, stronger content, internal links, structured data, and a plan for future articles or case studies. If the site is replacing an old one, redirects matter. Change important URLs without mapping them, and rankings can disappear surprisingly quickly. There is also AEO, or Answer Engine Optimization. In plain English, your site needs clear, trustworthy information that search engines and AI tools can understand when answering questions. None of this guarantees first place. Be wary of anyone promising that. It does give the new site a much better chance of being found and understood. The build price is only part of the picture. You may also need a domain, hosting, security, software licenses, maintenance, and support. For a typical business site, managed hosting and maintenance might be around £50 to £300 a month. E-commerce or active development can cost more. Ask what is included, who owns the website, and whether you can move it elsewhere. Also ask who answers the phone when something goes wrong. That becomes rather more important on a Friday afternoon than it seemed during the sales meeting. So, when 2 website quotes land in your inbox, how do you compare them without giving yourself a headache? Check whether they include the same work. Who plans the structure? Who writes the content? Is the design bespoke or based on an existing theme? How many genuinely different page layouts are being created? Look for SEO, redirects, analytics, accessibility, testing, and training. Check integrations, third-party licenses, and what happens after launch. Make sure VAT is treated consistently too. An obvious point perhaps, but it has caught out more than a few comparisons over the years. The cheapest quote can be excellent value. The most expensive can still miss the point. What matters is a clear scope that fits the commercial job. Compare apples with apples. If one quote includes strategy, copy, photography, and migration, while another says client to supply all content, the totals cannot sensibly be judged side by side. So how much does a business website cost in 2026? As a UK ballpark, allow £1,500 to £4,000 for a straightforward professional site, £4,000 to £10,000 for something bespoke and growth-focused, and from around £6,000 when e-commerce or integrations enter the picture. Decide what the website needs to achieve. Then pay for the thinking, content, and functionality required. No more, but no less either. Insignia Creative has designed and developed websites for more than 20 years. From Torquay, we work across Devon, the Southwest, and the wider UK. If you would like a straightforward conversation about what your business actually needs, the link is below.